Lettering on rocks can just be difficult. We all are in the rock painting groups where you see the fabulous hand lettered stones that people create. Lots of them sell their stones because their work is just magnificent. However, for the everyday artist, hand lettering doesn't come that easy. And making word rocks is something that really fits well into the Kindness Rocks movement because you can place them around town and give out inspirational messages to people. Now, we have had lots of different lettering technique and style videos here on Rock Painting 101. So I'm kind of grabbing nuggets from 4 different videos to give you our 4 best tips for beginner lettering people out there. So these are back to the basics to really help you take your handwriting just from blah to something that you could be really excited about. First technique that we're doing helps you align your words on your rock. If you're really new to putting words on rocks, you will often find that you will write your saying right off the edge. So this little trick is super easy to do. You take a lined sheet of paper, outline your rock, and write on your letters now, or your words. Now, once you've got it on there, you can tape it down to your rock. And then you can fold along the lines of your paper. So once you fold along the line, you can draw your line onto your rock. Do this lightly with a pencil so that you can easily transfer your word nice and straight. And it will also help you with your sizing because you can constantly compare your stone to your sheet of paper. So transfer the lines on. Again, using pencil lightly, and then you can go back in and write your words using those lines so that you're nice and straight and you can space them apart properly. Now, this is a really easy technique for beginners to do. You can do this on all sizes of rocks with all sizes of words and phrases. Also, you want to make sure you have a white eraser that you can go back in and easily take those lines off when you're finished. Now, a lot of people complain about their writing in general, and for some, jumping right into fancy hand lettering isn't the way to go. Just write your words on your rock normal, and you can make them fun and exciting with a couple different little steps. For this one, we're just adding dots to the tips of our letters and dots all around our rock. Using the backside of a paintbrush, you can just add a little bit of color around your rock as well. You can lay them right in there. You don't need fancy dotting tools. Just really adds a whimsical, fun element to your rock. And then we're also going to show you a second way you can jazz up your letters. Think all of the vertical lines. You come along them and you thicken them up. So go letter by letter after you've written your word on your rock and add some thickness to your vertical lines. So we'll even get the other side of this Y here because it curls back up. Now don't worry if the inside of your lines looks a little messy. We are going to fill these in as well. So just work your way around and then you can go in and fill them in with your acrylic paint and a small liner brush. It's okay if you go over the edges a little bit because you can go back with your black pen as well. Last, just jazz up the base coat of your rock. I'm doing very simple letters here, and it just so happens to be on a pour painted rock. I'll leave information about pour painting in the upper right hand corner and below, but see how quickly that makes your simple handwriting a lot more fun on a fun base coat. So some people really do want to get that hand lettering style on their rocks. So these next couple videos are going to be focusing more on that. There are practice sheets all over the internet that you can get. I will link to these where you can practice down below with a pen or a pencil on the practice sheets, and then very carefully add onto your rock with a pencil. You can refer back and forth with a pencil on a light rock. You can use your white eraser to easily clean up mistakes. Once you've got it on there with pencil, you go back with your paint pen, or these are micron pens, and trace your letters, and then you go in and make them thicker. So you can refer back to your sheets again. The downstrokes are usually your thicker strokes, and upstrokes are usually your thin lines. So anywhere where you're going down is where you want to thicken the line. So just go back and forth with your sheets, and you're able to get that brush stroke look. And if you're unsure, you can go back, see I'm doing here, to check on my E, because you go up and then back down and around on your E, so that's where you're going to have your thickness. So these practice sheets can really make a big difference if you are trying to get that hand lettering style onto your rock. I highly suggest that. So I'll make sure I leave that in the description below. And you can see this full tutorial as well. I will leave the link for that in the card above now if you want more tips on this specific style. Now, you can decorate these rocks obviously a little bit too without doing a crazy base coat. So I'm just showing really quick here how I finished up this rock, and then we'll move on to our next tutorial. Okay, so this last tutorial are for those that, even with a little bit of practice on the practice sheets, you're having a hard time even drawing with pencil on your rock. So I have carbon paper here. I will link to this entire tutorial if you want more information on it. But using carbon paper with a hand lettering sheet, you can just trace along with a pen. That way you're pressing down. It's got to be something hard enough that it helps that paper transfer. Now, I do not worry when I'm doing the carbon paper about my thick and thin lines. I just want to get my word onto my rock, because I can refer back to this sheet when filling in to create those thicker and thinner lines. So you just peel it off. That will transfer your word right onto your rock or right onto your base coat. And then we will go back with a paint pen and trace our carbon paper. And then using our sheet as a reference, we'll go through and also thicken specific lines on our words to get that really pretty hand lettering style to it. I'm also going to just quickly add an outline on this rock just to give it a more finished look when it's done. But carbon paper can really help you out if you just even writing with the pencil isn't working for you. So I hope you got something out of this video that inspired you, whether you're gonna go and just jazz up your everyday handwriting, or you're gonna grab some carbon paper and really take the plunge into hand lettering style rocks. We have a lot more rock painting tutorials that deal with word rocks. I will leave the playlist here at the end, and we will always be continuing to add fun ideas and tips and tricks to make lettering for you easier. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications.